Waiting for this game for some time, as I mentioned. So many of the Heels have never even played in an ACC game. That changes tonight. Already got a hold on the initial draw. It'll go to Virginia, so we'll get to see the Cavaliers on offense first.
Let it rip.
Both of these teams will employ a 10-man ride, Kark. And talking to the coaches earlier this week, they talk about the difficulty of setting up that ride when you're dealing with teams that like to clear the ball so quickly, as both of these teams did. Carolina very successful on the clear, and it's set up early on.
Of an offensive player. You want a dodger? Check. You want a passer? Check. You want an outside shooter? Check. You want a guy who could play off ball? Check.
This is a battle we got to talk about too tonight. Petey Lasalla and Zach Tucci at the faceoff dot. This time Lasalla getting the better of Tucci. Carolina's got two very good faceoff men in Zach Tucci and Andrew Tyre. We'll see both of them tonight. And Petey Lasalla will have his hands full because we expect a lot of draws in this game.
Yeah, if Joe Bresci gets his way.
Takes advantage of the man up. 2-1 now, Heels. We'll get a violation.
In this contest when you need them, because you might need 2 and 3 midfields.
You might need 2 or 3 face-off men, and Bresci's got a couple of studs. This is Tyre. Dragged down by Petey Lasalla, so it'll be North Carolina. This is his first ACC game, and first ACC game for many of these Tar Heels, as they never got an opportunity to do it last year. And this is their opener in the 2021 season. Big ground ball by Jared Connors. Now he's in trouble, looking for a little help.
This rider, he's always moving off the ball, and I mentioned all those pieces to the puzzle offensively for Carolina. Kelly's the kind of guy
on top. And you see with Tucci still in the penalty box, Tyre with the draw, and he wins it to himself. He'll take a shot and score!
On the football field, 15 in blue popped. Athletically, he popped.
And according to Joe Bresci, he has been putting in some serious work in the weight room here during quarantine. It is paying off.
Virginia in goals, and he is such a matchup problem. When you put a shorty on him, it's like the same rules when you jam him in tight as other players.
Seven of Carolina's 9 goals have been assisted as they are sharing the sugar. And efficient tonight. Now we'll get a flag. That was
very mature guy, too. I'll tell you, I spent some time in the offseason on the phone with him. Very business savvy. Will be a future entrepreneur and a super move. That's the big thing. The velocity wasn't there, but in terms of his trajectory and running across the middle of the field, you saw Creed tonight. One team is just flying with the ball. The other one is trying to beat the opposition. Virginia beating Carolina's defense with one-on-ones.
Good start for Virginia here in the second half. Cutting that deficit to 6. Lasalla still battling with Tyre.
And he cans it.
You saw he was a 3-sport star in high school. Football and hockey, as you would expect. Young man from Ontario. Lasalla wins yet another draw. 4 minutes to open this second half. Virginia right back in it. They've got all the momentum. Straight up in the air. Coming in to pick it up nicely was Jack Peel. Now loose ball, and it's going to be a turnover there.
But he's so smooth in terms of that low behind the back. That's not your traditional behind the back shot. That's your low kind of. He holds the ball less than any superstar attackman I can remember. And you watch him after games, he can have 8, 9 points, 10 points without his jersey having any dirt on it.
Lasalla won another draw, but couldn't get any help in the middle of the field, and turnover gets it back to North Carolina.
On Perry, and when he shows, the rest of that Carolina offense finds a seam, and Tanner Cook found the biggest one.
Nice play by Lasalla back in 2016 when they made that run. Virginia's got to make a run here on their home
Fire. Because this matchup was totally one-sided with Bowen in the first 2.5 quarters. And now the last 2 takes, he's gone after Bowen, and he's found a way to hit the back of the net. Matt Moore's heating up.
Big ground ball from Cam.
And he certainly checks the box as an inside, nifty, crafty finisher that just wows you with these shots that are just not normal.
Marr picks up the loose change on the draw. Gray now has 4 goals on 8 shots. Loose balls at the face-off X. North Carolina with 2 goals in less than 15 seconds, just when Virginia closed the gap.
Moore is an elite passer. Once that defense started shading and leading up to this game, he was popping as like the 1A, 1B combination, Matt Moore, Connor Shelton. And against Krieg, you gotta be deceptive. And you saw the little experience. He was in these spots when they won a national championship in 2019, when Virginia had it all on the line. He's a big game face-off player.
This is a huge face-off right here. Lasalla wins it back, and Connors pick it up. He does. 9th different goal scorer on the night for North Carolina. Tucci. He'll fire a shot.